Hey, welcome to the WhatSupTho Podcast. Sorry we missed last week. It is February 4th. No, it isn't. It's March 4th. Starting off,
Sure, it's how it feels like February, though.
off hot as always. Yeah, there's a billion inches of snow on the ground, so maybe that's why I fucked up. Ryan's not here this week. We finally got Tyler back, so welcome back, Tyler.
Oh, it's good to be back.
Um, First thing to talk about, Ryan's not here, so we might as well get his little segment out of the way. We had a commenter on the last video. Riley Sadlin says, "Sup, guys? Just wondering if Ryan has any regrets yet about declaring D-Rose as being back in light of the recent surgery on the knee again." Obviously, we missed last week, so we couldn't address this right away, but Ryan came back on the podcast, totally just jinxed the hell out of him. Like, literally 2 days later, Derrick Rose out again. He's not here to defend himself. What do you guys have to say about Rose being injured for the millionth time?
I mean, it's no surprise. It just sucks for him. And, like, it really is kind of like a nail in the coffin of the hopes of him ever possibly being even close to that MVP status. And now he's going to just become, for his hopes, I guess, a pretty good role player because he's just going to have so many injuries.
Okay, well, we got a statement from Ryan. I hope he comes back this year and can be an average point for a team with good bigs. He also said, "Everything I touch is doomed in sports," which I guess that's how all of us feel when our teams don't win championships every year. Like, I wish I lived in Boston.
Yeah, I honestly couldn't care less.
Yeah, I just don't give any fucks. Like, it's just Packers for me. I'm excited for the White Sox, but they're gonna suck.
As a player, I don't really watch the NBA, like I said last week. It sucks, but as like myself personally, I think there are a few things in the world that make me happy, and when Chicago fans get depressed, that's one of them.
That's so depressing.
That makes me wake up in the morning is when Chicago fans want to kill themselves.
Why do you hate? I mean, Bears fans, I can see, but what?
Just all Chicago. I just don't like any of their fans at all. And when they're depressed, I just get so happy.
You're a hipster then.
Why?
Because if you went to another town, you'd be saying the same shit about their fans.
I mean,
just fans suck. People are shitty, and that's clearly your outlook. There's not a lot of things in life that make me happy. There's a depression of Chicago fans. What are some things that make you happy?
The only thing that gets me up in the morning is the fact that other people are depressed.
Right, more than me.
More than you.
Well, with an outlook like that happens very rarely, I would say.
I will say this though, like having your favorite player, like the star player on your team, get injured, that's the worst. Like, there's nothing like this year. Michigan basketball, their two best players got hurt, and now they just suck. And it's just like last night I was watching them against Northwestern, and they lost to Northwestern in double overtime, which sucked.
Yeah, Northwestern sucks.
Northwestern just made like 14 rainbow threes in the last 2 minutes of the game. But
like they would.
just watching that game, Michigan lost, and I was pissed, but at the same time I was like, oh well. Like the season's been
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
The season's been over for like 2 months. So I guess at least Bulls fans they're still gonna go to the playoffs. So I guess they're back.
Yeah, he might be back though. That's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
He might be back.
But like the Bulls, even with a healthy Derrick Rose, they're not good enough to win the championship anyway. Even I know that. I don't even watch the NBA.
This would have been their only year that they would have had a chance, but it's not like before that injury they were rolling. They've been struggling.
Well,
everyone's getting injured.
They're not better than the Cavs. They're not better than the Hawks.
Well, like if there was any debate you could make for the Bulls at the beginning of the year, I'm not saying when the Rose injury happened that they were the number one seed, but at the beginning of the year you could have said it was a question of chemistry with the Cavs, kind of like what the Heat did the first year with that big three. They didn't win the title.
The first year they went to the titles.
No, I know that, but you're saying like now they could have had a better team. There was an argument that they could have been better, that they could have gone, but before that injury happened, that wasn't the be-all, end-all. They were already struggling, and I am agreeing with you that they weren't going to go to the title. I'm saying, but if there was a year, if they wanted to have hope that they actually had a chance, it would have been this year.
The NBA sucks. It's
should have been on last week. That's where we had the conversation.
Like, the thing about the NBA is there's like 4 teams every year who can possibly win the championship. Like, that's it. Like the 8th place team in the East is not gonna win it. Like, they're not gonna win a championship. They're not gonna win the first round of the playoffs. Like the 8th seed in the NHL, they won the Stanley Cup like 7 or 8 times. So
okay. Well, I just think that I think that with the healthy Rose, they are among the 4 or 5 teams that have a shot at it.
Kind of going back to Tyler's point about the NBA. I mean, even the 40th man in the Royal Rumble, he's won it just as many times as the guy who enters the first time. So anything can happen in any sport except basketball.
Except the NBA. The NBA is so stupid. Like, you go into the season like
wrestling's not real.
You're a Philadelphia 76ers fan. Like, going into the season, your team sucks.
Here's Santa.
I'm out. That's my breaking point with the podcast.
Can I just ask you this? If you were on Madden and you did LaShawn McCoy and Alonzo,
this fucking
way in hell that goes through.
If you do that in anything,
I don't get. Who gives a fuck if it's Madden?
But I'm just saying, I could have offered Kiko Alonso and my 2 next first-round picks, and there's no way the Eagles would have.
Here's the thing about that: the dude was like 3rd in the league in tackles like a year ago. 2 years ago, then he tore his ACL, which is the bad part about it. LaShawn McCoy didn't have as bad of a year as people think last year, but he's a running back, which, with the amount of carry, he's tied with Forte for the most touches in the last 5 years.
I'm just saying, like, if I was an Eagles fan, I'd be like, what the hell?
Yeah. And now I guess they're interested in Mark Ingram, which is I love Mark Ingram.
So. Yeah, he's good.
I'm just saying
he's not LaShawn McCoy. I'd be pissed. I'd be real pissed.
I'd rather have Ingram though.
LaShawn McCoy was.
He's so much younger.
LaShawn McCoy is the Eagles' best player. Is that fair?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know that Colin's right about the age of McCoy versus Ingram.
McCoy's entering his 7th or 8th year.
Yeah, I think McCoy.
He's old as fuck.
29.
That was one of the arguments.
But even then, that's just so weird to see some team trade away their best player.
And I know there was talks right away of LaShawn McCoy and Chip Kelly weren't getting along.
LaShawn McCoy's 26, Mark Ingram's 25.
Really?
Shit.
Yeah. Damn.
Didn't know he was that young. But I don't can a locker room presence make that it can't make that big of a difference, not that, but when your best player is performing the way he has, that even he sucked at the beginning of last year, still finished with over 1,300 yards, you just have to get rid of him?
After week 3, he was tied in second in rushing.
Tied with DeMarco. I read on Twitter that the Eagles were going to cut him if they couldn't find someone to trade. They were just going to cut him.
Well, I hate the Eagles. I hate Chip Kelly. I hate the Oregon fucking Ducks. Now they have 9 Ducks on the fucking roster. It's fine. How many championships have the Ducks won? 0. The Eagles aren't going to win one either.
Quack, quack, Mr. Ducksworth.
Quack, quack, quack.
If they would hire Emilio Estevez.
Yeah, Gordon
Bombay, and get Charlie Conway to play tight end, I think they'd have a good chance.
They went for Matt Castle now, too.
That's the Bills.
I know, I'm saying the Bills got LaShawn.
Oh, yeah. Matt Castle.
Solid pickup there.
Do you think they're going to sign John David Booty as well?
Do you see how much Matt Castle's made in his career?
Probably a lot of money.
$44 million.
For a guy who's basically known as a career backup, that is.
It was the Chiefs that gave him a shitload of money, right?
Yeah, because he had.
That's because he
filled in for Brady.
He didn't even get them to the playoffs that year. They were one. I think they missed the playoffs by a game.
Yeah, but he got him to 11 wins.
That's still insane to me. I mean, I've seen my team sign players to ridiculous contracts, so I can't talk. But Matt Castle,
Cobb's
think-
gone, by the way.
Yeah,
I don't think he's coming back.
Yeah.
that's
So
fine.
is Sue. So
I want Sue to go to the Raiders.
That'd be pretty cool.
I want Sue to sign with the Lions or go to the Canadian Football League. One of the two.
do you think he's going to sign with the Lions?
I don't know. I think they have as good a shot as anyone, but I mean, it's whatever. If he wants to get max money, like as much as he can, he's not going to sign with the Lions. But if he wants to just keep, like the Lions they're going to be pretty good again this year, whether he's there or not. So he really likes playing for Jim Caldwell and Terrell Austin, so maybe he comes back, but I don't know.
I miss football.
Yeah, it's so much better than every other sport.
I don't know. Baseball's pretty awesome.
I can't wait. I can't wait for baseball to start up. But now that they're in that lull of like spring training and
The thing I like about baseball is like I can just count on watching a Cubs game every day.
That's true. You don't gotta wait a week and all that shit.
Yeah, it's just awesome. Like, the Cubs lost today. Well, I get to watch it again tomorrow.
I'm just taking this summer off because I'm a teacher now. So fuck that. I'm not getting a summer job. I'm gonna go to so many games.
see that's like I've said this before. I think when your baseball team's good, or I've experienced it, it's unlike any other sport.
No.
In my opinion.
Football's better.
I know why you think that, and your team's won a Super Bowl, and I haven't.
My team's also won a World Series, so I know that.
The only
Football's
reason I'm gonna say baseball is better is because baseball is played in the summer, and the summer is just way better than.
But like it also goes with your
Yeah,
point,
it's
Tyler,
really-
of like every day, like when your team's good, it's not like I mean, like you watch your team being bad, it's like oh okay, like I can watch a Cubs game, but they're probably gonna lose. But when they're good, it's like okay, like it's fun, like it's fun to watch them.
And I will say this, nothing beats like a pennant race in September. Like you're just watching like four other
That's
games
true.
going on. Like,
Sure, that's happening every day. But if you can count on your fucking football team winning every week, and it's once a week. If the Cubs or Sox lose, it's just like, oh fuck. If the Packers lose, it ruins your week, which just means that when they're better, your weeks are always better. Because every time they win, you get a whole fucking week of that shit. Unless they're going on a 7-game winning streak, fuck that. It's like
I would say both sports have like pros and cons. Obviously, I love football and baseball evenly. Lately I've liked football more because the Lions have been better than the Cubs. Like in the past 3 years when baseball season rolls around, I think maybe the Cubs will do like what the A's did or something like that, where they just come out of nowhere, and then they're 30 games under 500 in April.
Well, evidently they've done it this year because everyone's already just counting you guys in.
They are all over the Cubs, which is it's sweet.
It's so much. It's
gonna be good. You just hate it because you're a White Sox fan, which I totally get. Because I feel that way when the Lions are good, but the Packers are also good. All I see on fucking ESPN is the Packers.
It's fucking terrible. It's just like they haven't played a fucking game. We played a spring training today. Fucking won, so count me in for a fucking. I'll buy my World Series tickets now, I guess.
Do you think Rodon is gonna be, or however you say his name, is he gonna be in the rotation?
Not opening day.
You don't think so, even with Sale hurt?
I thinking Sale won't take that long to get back.
Yeah, he's supposed to be back in like 3. Will he be?
Yeah, back to baseball activities, but not back in the fucking.
Oh, okay, yeah, I wasn't sure on that.
In 3 weeks he can start doing stuff again, but then he's got to go through all the getting his arm in shape and stuff.
Would he start in like? Would they try to like put him in like a AAA or something to get a couple starts, or would they just immediately like as soon as they're like?
Well, he might get some. I don't care. Let's cut the baseball talk. Colin's just sitting there with his thumb up his ass.
Do you not like baseball?
It's not that I don't like it. I'm just not interested in it, really. I don't know. It doesn't interest me.
You know what? You should just take this summer to just like pick a team and just become a huge fan.
Yeah, you don't have to pick the Cubs.
But it feel weird.
Why would it feel weird?
Because I don't know. I didn't grow up with a team. I don't know. I'm used to.
Dude, you have like the whole world at your fingertips. You can just pick. You can pick any fucking team you want and just start being just a huge fan of them. That'd be so awesome.
That'd be sweet. That would be nice. Nice fresh start.
A couple years ago, I tried becoming a Twins fan just because I wanted an American League team. And for one summer, I was just like the biggest Twins fan. I watched like 60 Twins games. They were not that good, but I just had such a good time cheering for the Twins.
I almost bought that MLB TV package today.
Oh yeah, I have that for sure.
Do you? Not the channel.
Hold on. All right, I've
watched every fucking game.
Yeah, I have that. It's like
$140.
It's my brother's friend who. My brother went in with him like 4 years ago, and I've been using his account ever since.
I didn't think that you could do that. They said that you can't share the password.
Yeah, you can definitely share the password.
Okay, well then I was gonna do it with the Bros Nest, but maybe I still will then. If that's possible.
I could probably give you mine for free if you want.
What do you guys think of them speeding up the batters at the plate?
David Ortiz had the best response to that. It just cracked me up.
David Ortiz is like, well, fuck that. I'm not going to do it.
He's like, oh, there's a reason that people step out. This is bull. Like, he just flat out said it was bullshit.
This is all fucking shitty. This is all fucking.
I wish after they won the World Series, he would have done that again. Like, he did that. This is our bleeping. But it's like, dude, you just won the World Series. No one's going to fault you for saying fuck again.
I'm always going to say fuck.
Dude, I think it's stupid. Like, baseball is baseball. Like, you don't need to put. If you can't spend 3 hours watching a fucking baseball game, then don't watch baseball.
Right. Well, a lot of baseball fans can't do that.
Then they're not baseball fans.
Here's the thing. It's going to ruin going to the games for me. Just ruin it.
Why is that?
Because now when I go to games, I get real fucked up and real drunk.
Now?
Now that I'm 20, now that I'm at age.
It's been like 4 years.
When did you start that? What, 15?
Well, not getting drunk at games. I didn't start getting drunk at games until 21. And now that I do that, I didn't go to a lot of games then. I get real drunk, and if they're going to cut me off at the 7th inning and they're fucking speeding through shit, then it's really just going to...
It can't make that big of a difference.
It's not going to make that big of a difference. You're looking at maybe like 10 minutes a game.
That's 3 beers.
Well, Jesus.
That one game that
How much money do you spend at a game?
I'm fucking with that. No, I get drunk in the parking lot before, but it doesn't give you enough time to sober up afterwards either.
Yeah, they kick you out of the parking lot like sooner now because it speeds by those innings. We can't just be drinking for another hour before.
They're supposed to kick you out of the parking lot before the first pitch, but we ended up in there until like the 6th inning that one time.
Yeah, that was the time that me and Joe went to go get beers, and the woman's like, "No, we're not selling them anymore." So we literally just turned around and walked to the booth behind us and tried to get beers. They just laughed at us.
Whatever.
I broke my Soldier Field chair this year with Brian, so maybe I'll get to go to the cell.
Yeah, that's sure.
Can I go back to the cell?
No.
All right. I had that one game. I had a lot of fun.
What the fuck?
I got nothing, dude.
Brian, so you got 3 weeks off coming up?
Oh yeah. I'm going to Vegas. I'm going to Alabama. It's gonna be the best.
Jesus.
That sounds awesome.
Your liver is not going to survive it.
We'll lose a lot of money.
Where are you staying in Vegas?
Is there anything you want? Is there anything special you want to say at your funeral in 3 weeks?
Just, I like tape it or something. Make a video blog.
Can your funeral be can also be Fahey Fest?
No, Fahey Fest is always the weekend. Unless my funeral is the weekend after Mom's weekend, then no.
Do you know when Mom's weekend is? Because I need to prepare.
No, I do not. I'm sure I'll be announcing it. Is my computer still loud?
Yeah, it's still pretty loud.
Every once in a while, I hear you shift into 5th gear to really get.
Yeah, and that's what happened. Listeners, if my computer's loud, they were complaining before we started. They're saying it sounded like a train, or Tyler thought I was playing NASCAR. My computer's just fucked. I'm sure you've heard it before. I use this every single time. I'm not kidding. For 4 years now, I've had this laptop, and I wonder if I could screen share it. I didn't want to see my porn, but this fucking warning. They won't show it, but I've had this thing. I cannot close it. I swear to God. If I press OK, listen for the sound. Okay, literally for the first time in 4 years. When I pressed OK, it went away. But the warning says, like, hey, like, this shit is going to set on fire. Close immediately and return for service. About my laptop. 4 years I could not get rid of that fucking warning, and I just did it now on the pod. That was insane. It'll come back.
I hope it lights on fire during this.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. Like, if you think it's getting really loud, I can't hear it anymore. I think I'm just immune to it. I don't really use my laptop. Do people still use laptops for anything with podcasting?
Kind of. Yeah, I sometimes use mine for work.
What about other things?
I mean, other things, absolutely.
I was watching Draft Day on it before you guys.
Were you? Fuck that. Why would you watch that?
I think I was flipping through Twitter and somebody mentioned Draft Day and I was just like, oh, I really like it. I really like the ending, so I think I'm gonna watch it.
Luke cried.
The movie was so bad.
He cried like a baby.
No, he didn't.
That's what he said.
At Draft Day?
Yeah, when they draft like the black guy. Spoiler.
Actually, Fahey, to change subjects, I had a question. How was X Factor?
Oh, it's the best place on earth.
What happened that night? Because it looked like you guys were having a blast from your Snapchats.
Oh, so when you say X Factor on Twitter, you're talking about a club.
Nightclub.
Where's it at?
It's right off in South Elgin by like the Buffalo Wild Wings.
Because I kept thinking you were talking about the show with Simon from American Idol.
Oh no, but I swear to God, Saturday morning we watched 5 hours of fucking YouTube videos, and probably 4.5 hours of that was America's Got Talent and Britain's Got Talent videos.
Those are the best.
Insane. They were fucking insane. But no, this fucking nightclub we went to after Buffalo Wild Wings just to like check it out because we heard it was fucking weird. And it was weirder than you could have ever imagined. It was fucking empty. We go in there and there's one bartender.
Was it like a Friday or Saturday, or was it just like a
Friday night? We go in there, there's one bartender. She's Russian or some shit. She's got a deep accent. She's the hottest person ever.
Did you tell her to slow down then?
Damn it, damn it.
Because she was Russian?
There's a guy at the bar who was friends with the owner, and then there was the owner. The owner's got this fucking ponytail. The guy that was with them was like, "Hey, you gotta try her bald pussy," and I was like, I would love that. And I guess it's a shot, so we kept just making bald pussy jokes, and she was getting really pissed off, and it was basically sexual harassment. But finally, she made him. About an hour later, we're still there drinking. The guy's intervention's on the TV with the audio playing over the bar. And he's like, hey, do you want me to play some tunes or you want to keep listening to intervention? I'm like, well, I've had my own intervention like 3 times this year, so I don't really need any more of that. They go, and he puts on tunes. The owner gets this guitar, like a badass guitar. Apparently he's like a drummer. He used to play with 9 Inch Nails. And he just fucking starts air guitaring with an actual guitar.
I hope he had his tetanus shot.
God damn it. Anyway, he's just fucking air guitar, just fucking getting after it, just like fucking head banging his head. It's like, dude, you're not even playing anything.
He had a real guitar, but he wasn't playing.
He was air guitaring on the real guitar.
Yeah.
Music. It was fucking hysterical. And then eventually he's just like, okay. We're like, is this a nightclub? Like, no one's here. And he's like, oh, yeah, you want to see what it's like when it's a nightclub? He goes somewhere, like the back room. All of a sudden, fucking the bartender's just like, oh, my God, you're not even gonna recognize this place in a second. It's about to get crazy once you see his light show. It's the best light show I've ever seen. It's like two little fucking lasers going like this in a fog machine. And he lets us get the aux cord, so we play like Seven Nation Army and like Twist and Shout and shit. It was so fucking funny. We ended up getting shit-faced there.
That sounds like the best place on earth to me.
It was awesome, but by the time we left, there wasn't a single fucking customer that came in there.
How did nobody show up at a bar on a Friday night?
The entrance is in a Thai restaurant that was closed. You have to walk through a Thai restaurant that's pitch black and through another door.
Location.
Wait, where was this place located?
South Belgium, like right by the Buffalo Wild Wings.
Would you say that the X Factor was the light show? It really put it over the top.
I would say that and then he got on the drums and he started fucking playing. It was like the gayest little beat ever. He was just like, and we were all drunk as fuck at this point. So we were like, yeah. He's like, that's pretty fucking good. I'm never coming home to Elgin without going to X Factor again. I can tell you that.
How'd you guys find out about it?
I want to go to X Factor.
Don knew about it.
Sounds like a party.
Are you me in Elgin?
Yeah, you should come home.
Yeah, I'll be home. No, not this weekend. Never mind.
No, next weekend.
Okay.
Like not this one coming up, but the following one.
I'll be home. This has got to be the worst fucking podcast.
I'm having the best time.
It's just great to have Tyler back.
No one's gonna listen to this.
Bad.
Like, oh man, I want to keep it.
Okay.
By the way,
I made two phenomenal jokes in that segment, so that part needs to be
sure. The podcast awards, the nominations came out, and we were left off of the list for our first year. So we got goals. We got goals.
What are some of the awards?
Like best comedy, best sports, best health and fitness, best all that shit.
Okay, we qualify for all three of those.
That's
we talked about Tyler being really fat one episode. That's health and fitness.
Let me ask you a serious question. How many I know we get so many views or listens. How many people do you think have listened to our podcast?
I know that we have 3 loyal.
Including or not including us?
Not including us. I'm just talking about a random person.
I only watch the good ones. I won't be watching this one.
What about Vegas? What about Vegas? That guy who said that weather shit was funny AF.
That's true. I mean, we got a few. It's just that. And if you go to YouTube, they get more views. Yeah, the guy from Belarus stopped. He gave up.
He was probably pissed because you kept mispronouncing his country.
Or he just didn't give a shit about what we had to say.
Or he couldn't understand us.
We don't really carry over to Belarus then.
I like how we still call this a podcast. Like we have an actual stuff we're gonna talk about.
Oh no, we just come out. I mean, sometimes I think about it, but it's rough when you can come on for 2 fucking weeks.
Drink. First you had that chunky chocolate milk, and now what are you drinking?
Water. That's protein shake.
I was about to say, how do you know it was a chunky chocolate milk?
that was a consistency that it was. I assumed it was a protein shake.
It's milk chocolate flavor, so.
Yeah, because he just got home from pumping iron.
Good job. Good. See? Fitness and health. How you make any good gains, bro?
No, I think I lost some. Sucks.
You lost your gains?
Yeah. It's depressing when that happens.
Not for a fat ass like me.
Yeah, the only gains I've ever had are on the scale. They just go up. God damn it.
Weight gains.
240, 260.
I'm benching more than I'm squatting, which isn't good.
It's bad. Friends don't let friends skip leg day, bro.
That's the thing. I don't skip leg day. Whatever.
That's dude. I'm cool with you. You don't always talk about it and shit. That shit that I fucking see on the internet, I swear to God. And speaking of the fucking internet, I wrote a blog this week. I cannot fucking stand BuzzFeed. I can't fucking do it. They ruined that llama shit.
I don't really know anything. I mean, I don't really.
That fucking dress shit. Did you look at that? It was
Yeah.
It was unreal.
I mean, it was pretty crazy, but.
It was white and gold, by the way.
I know it wasn't.
I saw it.
It went back and forth with me. I don't want to talk about it.
Here's why I took the white and gold stance.
Stance.
Yeah, I took the white and gold stance.
It's not a.
What is
I
that?
took a stance. I said it's
like
white and gold. That's a stance.
athletic position?
What did you see?
It wasn't like a 3-point stance. It was just like that's the stance that I took on it.
Is that what you saw though?
No. I could kind of see it. But we had a WhatSupTho group text
What?
going.
How can you take a stance or something?
That's why I knew you were fucking. I knew you. Whatever.
Oh,
We had the whole WhatSupTho the WhatSupTho chat going, and Ryan was so adamant about it. I was like, "Fuck it, I'm going white and gold, and I'm not wavering." And then he posted that science shit, and I kind of saw blue and white or blue and black, so I was like, "Fuck it."
whatever. Why are we talking about a dress?
This is BuzzFeed.
We would have done it last week had everyone on the internet was talking about the dress. If we don't, we look dumb.
I was talking about it.
Yeah.
I was definitely talking about it.
It was cool. It was interesting, but the internet ruined it.
You guys were all wrong if you saw black and blue, though. For sure. Just wrong.
It's not
I had a Skype interview for a graduate assistant position in Wisconsin, and I had to do it at my house. And the only place really to do it is in my dining room. Otherwise, I'd have to sit on a recliner. I don't think that's very professional. So I hung this picture of Yosemite State Park behind me, so it looked like I was really into recreation and nature.
I thought you were gonna say Yosemite Sam.
That would have been better. And then I put on a dress shirt and a tie, and then I didn't wear any underwear or anything. I just sat there with my balls hanging out. I was on this interview with these people.
What if you had to stand up to get something?
That's what I was very worried about, but I was just thinking to myself, don't stand up at any point.
Skype interviews are fucking weird, man.
You know what? It was going well until their screen froze, and I was like, oh, there were 7 or 8 people in this room, and they're all sitting around this table. And I'm like, hey, your screen froze. I don't know who's talking. I don't know who's talking here. They're like, oh, don't worry about it. Just keep going. And I'm like, this is really fucking weird. It's just random voices coming out. And then it unfroze, and the graduate assistant, the current one, came in and started asking me questions. And she was so hot. Unbelievably hot. I was uncomfortable because she was...
You should have tried to get her tits out. Like fucking chat roulette. You don't know who you're talking to. It just keeps shuffling through. And then you see how...
Your screen freezes. All of a sudden it comes back up. It's just your dick right there.
Oh,
You don't know what's going on.
I just want to let you know, I don't really care about this job, but I would love to see your tits. So how do we know?
All right. Hey, can we go off the record here? Can we go off the record? Can I see your tits?
I asked her, I was like, so how much do you pay for rent and stuff there? I should have been like, well, I will pay your 3 months rent if you show me those titties, girl.
How many months would you have paid if she's like, look, fuck this job. I need someone to pay for my rent. I'll show you my tits. How many months would you have gone?
I would 0, because I could see tits anywhere.
Yeah.
But for hers. Hers are so exclusive.
It was just really weird because I never met her. She's just sitting here in front of me on Skype. She's unbelievably hot. She's making me, a little uncomfortable with how hot she is. Who's that?
Yeah, what the fuck was that?
No, it's just Snapchat.
Oh.
Oh, I thought it was the girl from Skype.
Yeah, I thought you were Skyping someone. I was so confused. I fucking hate interviews, man. I have a part-time job right now. I don't want to have it again next year, but because I don't want to interview at another school, I'm just going to keep it.
Yeah, interviewing is the worst. Absolutely.
Every interview I've done, I feel like I've gone in and just done completely horrible. And especially the last few that I've had, and I've gotten phone calls saying I did really well, and I don't get it. I always think I bombed an interview.
That would me too.
Yeah.
I'm the only one
I hate when they're they ask me these really specific fucking questions, and I'm like, I don't know how to fucking answer that. Are you kidding me? She was like, why do you want to specifically work in the recreation department at University of Wisconsin La Crosse? And I'm like, to be honest, I don't know a fucking thing about your program. So I just go. I'm like, oh, I really love the Midwest, and I like kind of Midwestern people. I'd like to work with some nice, homey Midwestern folk. That's what I told him.
That's when you got to do research about the university and shit.
Yeah, that's how they try to weed people out.
I don't give a shit about their university. I just want to get my fucking school paid for.
You got to be honest with them, then. That's what they're expecting.
There's one in Missouri that I had an interview for, and they give you like $8,000. They give you an apartment that's completely furnished, like TV, couches, fucking beds. They pay for all your utilities, and they give you a meal plan.
Tyler, ever since you told us like how you interviewed with no pants on, like I don't like this angle because now I'm just thinking you're not wearing any pants.
I'm not.
You were watching draft. You were watching draft day before this, so.
I've done podcast nude from the waist down.
I might do a fully nude podcast next week.
Ooh. People need to tune in. Maybe we'll finally get nominated for Best Nude Podcast next year.
That's right. You might get invited to the Porn Awards. Colin, what are you doing over there? You're multitasking.
I am paying my credit card.
That's how fucking he's part of the podcast. He's fucking that bored, and so this is fucking terrible.
He'd rather pay his credit card than listen to what we're talking about.
I have nothing to contribute. I mean,
honestly,
I feel bad.
There's nothing I want to do more next weekend than have like a lot of beer and then watch Colin hit on women at a bar or.
I don't know why you think that. What's your game?
What's my game? What do you mean? I just think I just think Colin interacting with women when he's drunk would just be funny to watch.
You think I'd fuck up or like what do you mean?
No, I just like you're just like you're kind of a mysterious. You're like an enigma.
It helps sometimes. A lot of times I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about though.
That's what I'm saying. I just think it would be hilarious. Like I want to be your wingman. Because we are just complete opposites.
I've never had success having a wingman or being a wingman. I think it's harder. I think it's harder doing that than
you'd have success
going in alone.
Because anyone who's next to me already automatically looks in way better shape than they actually are, and they seem way funnier than they actually are. Because none of my jokes are good and I'm fat.
No, you're not.
I don't know, but the fact that I associate with you, I think it hurts me.
Oh yeah.
So rude.
No, but like I mean, not you in particular, but I think having a wingman hurts me more than it helps.
Yeah, that one time I tried taking the picture of those dogs. You remember that, Brian?
That pissed me off.
What happened?
What happened?
I don't go to bars to meet girls, but it's fucking.
My buddy gave me pictures of his dogs. They were like super cute, so I just took
like fucking like. It was weird.
Like actual photos, like
you went to fucking Walgreens and picked up his fucking.
Like a physical photo.
Like a Robin Williams worked on 1 hour photo, like.
And I was like, hey, do you like dogs? Like, how do you like dogs? 1 hour photo. That's a good movie, by the way.
Oh man.
Yeah, just like. You know what I should have done is just like shook it like it just came out of the Kodak.
Take it out of your back pocket and just going.
Oh man, I'm shaking it like a Polaroid picture.
Hold on, it's almost done.
Maybe my new thing will be to buy one of those cameras and take it with me and just take a picture with the girl. Be like, don't we make a cute couple? Woo.
Well, it'd take a while for her to like really see the results of that. You got to keep shaking it.
Yeah, you got to shake it out. Yeah.
You can't really see it if you're in a bar.
Yeah, it's got a flash, dude. Okay, well, definitely anyone listening, which is no one except for probably Colin's brother.
No, they probably hung up. I'll stop by now. I'll tune in next week.
Don't take a risk with your dog to the bar.
You don't need props. You're not fucking Carrot Top.
Props work sometimes.
You brought a fucking like fold-out snow globe the time before, so...
That actually worked.
Okay.
All right, boys.
All right.
All right, well, it's been another week. Sorry about it. Keep listening. You don't hit on everyone. We're talking about baseball earlier. 333 average. I think we got a better one than that. This was definitely a strikeout. But
When your own podcast member is paying his bills rather than discussing the topics at hand.
I haven't listened to the past 15 minutes either. So. All right. Well, yeah. I keep listening. Come back. We'll come back strong next week. We'll actually have topics prepared. I promise.
This one won't be.
I don't promise, but hope maybe.
It'll be better.
Keep commenting. As you see, Riley Sadlin got his name on the podcast this week. That's now Mikey G, Riley Sadlin, and Kenny Wade. So keep on commenting, and you'll get your time. All right. See you guys next week.
Now, if you don't mind, I have some unfinished business to tend to.